Good evening and welcome to over. It is Portmore United versus Dunbeholden, and this should be an exciting encounter as the two teams get ready. Dunbeholden just getting by De La Vega City by 3 goals to 2. And Portmore United blanked Old Harbour Bay United by 2 goals to 0. And this will be a test. Will Portmore start their collection of trophies tonight, or will Dunbeholden say at the end of this contest that they at least have 1 trophy to end the season on a high note? And we see where the different members of the St. Catherine Football Association, and just looking at the players and giving them a word of encouragement, I believe, and a word of motivation as the captain, the man Rosario Harriott, now introducing the president of the St. Catherine Football Association to the Portmore United team. And I tell you, as we're speaking to Peter Reid, the president, he said that this is the oldest FA in the country. And the St. Catherine Football Association started in 1938. So it's 81 years strong this year. And I believe that they capped off a brilliant 80-year in this country as a football association with a trophy from Portmore United. So Portmore United will be looking to secure their first of 2 tonight. And again, the members of the St. Catherine Football Association just greeting the officials, and then now the captain of Dunbeholden, he's introducing the team to the members of the St. Catherine Football Association. Dunbeholden actually stayed up in the Red Strap Premier League. It's the first time in this competition's history that 2 promoted teams have stayed in the Premier League. One is in the semi-finals, Mount Pleasant. They're facing off against actually the team that's playing tonight. One of them, at least, Portmore United, at the National Stadium on Monday at 5:30. And then this is the second team that's been introduced here between members of the St. Catherine Football Association. So just to read the lineup for you, first for Portmore United, number 10, Javon East. Then we have Venton Evans, Donaghy Fur, as we get ready for the playing of the national anthem, and then we'll read the rest of the lineup. As we heard the conclusion of the playing of the national anthem, we'll just get ourselves ready for this knockout final here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. And just to finish the lineup for you, Donaghy Fur, then Rosario Harriott, Roberto Johnson, Andre Lewis, and then we have Ricardo Morris, Chevon Champal, he's in goal, then Asani Ricketts, Ryan Wellington, and Damani Williams. And then on the bench, Harley Barnes, Romain Bowers, or is it Eran Elliott, should say, and then Kemar Foster, Jermaine Lyons, Cleon Price, Rashane Sharp, Rondi Smith, Damano Solomon. And that rounds up the lineup for Portmore United, as we see Rosaria Harriet and the captain Kevin Reed of Dunbeholden as we get ready and we read the lineup for Dunbeholden for you. We have Richard Anderson, then we have Narado Brown, Nicoy Christian, Eric Edwards, he's in goal, then Siobhan James, Demarley Oliver, Demario Phillips, Clayton Pusey, Kevin Reed, the captain, DeAndre Thomas, and Anthony Thompson. And then on the bench, we have Javon Angel, Lorenzo Dubidad, then Craig Gale, Shaquille Lewis, Maurice Mays, Dwayne Smith, and Giovanni Smith. So that's the lineup for both teams as both teams get ready for this knockout final. So an opportunity, and this is a chance to claim 2 titles for Portmore United. They are actually the defending champions, Portmore United. So they'll be looking to cup their 2nd title in as many years. And so Portmore, as we know, got top spot in the preliminary round of the Red Stripe Premier League, so they won the cash prize. And we will get ready for this in a bit.
Better? Max.
So will be Portmore United that starts off this encounter, and she just stopped the start of this contest. Looking at her watch, and she is ready to go here. The Spanish Town Prison Oval. And Portmore United will be looking to claim their 1st title of the season. So will they get it? Ryan Wellington sending that ball forward. And now they have it once more. Ricardo Morris sends that one across to Donaghy Fur. Fur on the ball now for Portmore United. Sends that one across. It's actually, yes, it is Donaghy Fur. Slips that one in, trying to find Javon East. And there's still confusion, but it's a foul. And it will be free kick for Dunbeholden. So, the first free kick of the contest, and it goes to Dunbeholden. And the man, Eric Edwards, he was fouled, the goalkeeper. And it sends that ball forward, challenge in the air. And it almost hit us over here. But it will be a throw. Dunbeholden possession. And it's Hamilton rules that it's a throw for Portmore United. Sonny Ricketts takes that throw, sends it forward. And he gets back the ball and sends it further forward, trying to find Ricardo Morris, unable to. There is a challenge in the air. And Morris gets it back and sends it across. Dunbeholden has possession right now. They're just trying to keep the ball, Dunbeholden. and ensure that they can get as much as they can. And that ball sent forward, almost finding DeAndre Thomas, but unable to. And it goes out, and it will be a throw to Portmore United. So the reason why we have started this late is actually there was a Division 2 final between Edgewater and Hamilton Gardens, and that went straight to penalties. It was 1-1 after regular and extra time. Both goals in extra time for both teams. And DeAndre Thomas now on the ball. He is fouled, and it will be a free kick for Dunbeholden. And it's Hamilton just telling them that the free kick should be taken at a certain position. And the Coy Christian will be taking this free kick for Dunbeholden. Second free kick of the contest, and it's actually going to Dunbeholden once more. Free kick sent it by Dunbeholden, and the Coy Christian almost gets that in a dangerous position. And defensive clearance now by Portmore United, and that one goes into touch, and it will be a throw to Dunbeholden. And just to get some correction, it's actually Cayman Gardens that played Edgewater. Cayman as Gardens that actually played Edgewater. And that match ended with Edgewater being victorious. They won 4-3 on penalties. And they are the D2 Cup champions. As we see Dunbeholden now. And collected by Asani Ricketts. His ball sent forward to Venton Evans. Venton Evans battling. And now it's Demario Phillips. Sends that ball up, trying to find DeAndre Thomas. And he slips. But it's Hamilton, goes over to check on him. And that man is actually Narado Brown for Dunbeholden. So it's a free kick for Dunbeholden. And again, it goes to them. 3 free kicks in this contest so far. And it's 3 of them to Dunbeholden. And a ball sent way to the back post. And headed in. But the referee says it's a foul. And it will be a free kick finally now for Portmore United. So just starting, just over 5 minutes gone in this encounter. Portmore United now with an opportunity to get the first goal of the contest here. Will they make use of this opportunity? As Odette Hamilton was just giving some players a talking to before the corner is taken. Corner taken and headed out by Dunbeholden. That one will roll into touch, and it will be a throw for Dunbeholden. Last touch by a Portmore United player. So opportunity for Dunbeholden to win their only trophy that they can possibly win for the season, as they're not in the playoffs, even though I might say they made a very good run in the second half of the season, Dunbeholden, to secure their place next season for the Red Stripe Premier League. A ball sent over for Venton Evans, collects, and he'll be challenged by Demario Phillips. He is challenged, he drifts by Demario Phillips, sends that ball forward, trying to find Ricardo Morris. He's being challenged again, and that one goes into touch, and it will be a throw for Portmore United. Take it quickly, Venton Evans. And now it's with Asani Ricketts, who sends it back. Damian Williams sends it back for the captain, Rosario Harriet. He's being challenged. And the referee says it's a foul. Foul by Rosario Harriet. And it will be a free kick for Dunbeholden. As the Mario Phillips just gesturing to Odette Hamilton that she should have played the advantage. Odette Hamilton's word is final. So can't really argue with the referee, can you? Which you can give your opinion on whether the referee takes it in a way, in a derogatory way, or should say an offensive way, we should say. Then that leaves a lot to be desired. Free kick taken. That ball sent to the far post for now Dunbeholden. And that one goes into touch on the far side. It will be a throw. Throw taken. And Portmore back with possession. Ball sent across for Venton Evans. And he collects it. Challenged by Demario Phillips. Tries to get by Demario Phillips and does. Keeps that ball in play. And now Venton Evans gets the ball back very nicely from Ricardo Morris. Tries very, very hard to get by the man Clayton Pusey. The ball played back for Rosario Harriet, who sends that ball across. Goes into touch, or I should say it will be a goal kick. Goes behind. And so the contest just started. And just to give you an idea, Portmore United, they won their match in the semi-finals against Old Harbour Bay United, and Dunbeholden won against De La Vega City, and that's why these two teams are now in the finals. Venton Evans was challenged by Nicole Christian. Christian gets back the ball for them. Ball sent across, and Anthony Thompson just couldn't gather that one properly. So it will be throw for Dunbeholden. So there's a stopping play by Odette Hamilton. And now she tells them to carry on. That was a foul by Asani Ricketts. Take it quickly. Nicole Christian now sends that ball across. Pusey sends it forward, and now Dunbeholden can attack. And it's DeAndre Thomas still. He's been challenged by Roberto Johnson and now being challenged by Donaghy Fur. And the challenge won in the end by Donaghy Fur. Fur on the ball now. And that ball goes into touch. Last touch by DeAndre Thomas, and it will be a throw for Portmore United. Almost 11 minutes gone in this encounter. And still early days. Just under 80 minutes left. And who will win? We don't know who will win the trophy, but I can tell you that one can win one more trophy than the other. This is the only trophy that Dunbeholden can attain here in this football season, as it concluded for them. And Portmore United in the semi-finals, and they can secure two. As we see, Asani Ricketts gives the ball away. Now it's with Demario Phillips. Phillips sends that back to the Coy Christian. Christian on the ball now, trying to find a pass. Turns by the two Portmore United players. Sends that ball across. Again, trying to find a Rada Brown, but intercepted. And now it's Venton Evans. Sends that ball across. Now it's with Venton Evans once more. Sends it back for Asani Ricketts. Ricketts sends that ball back. And Ryan Wellington sends it across to Rosario Harriet, the captain. Looking for a pass and finds Roberto Johnson. Johnson on the ball, sends it back for the captain. The skipper sends it across to Wellington. Wellington collects the ball. Ricketts now Sends that ball forward, finding Ricardo Morris. And he was challenged there by Kevin Reed, the captain. Goes into touch, and it will be a throw for Dunbeholden. Ball sent across. And just left Donaghy for dead there on the floor. McCoy Christian now sends that ball forward. Not a bad ball in the end, but headed on by Johnson. Collected by Sean Paul. And danger has been averted. Sean Paul rolls it. And finds his teammate. Andre Lewis sends that ball across. Finding Asani Ricketts. Ricketts sends it back for Wellington. Wellington to Ricketts. Ricketts to Evans. Evans on the ball now, challenged. Narada Brown refrains from challenging him anymore. Sends it across to Johnson, intercepted. But they do get it back. Donaghy Fur on the ball now. Still Donaghy Fur surges forward for Portmore United. And the referee on the Hamilton says no foul. And Thompson now on the ball, sends that ball forward. And Rosario Harriet sees that one all the way and sends it to Shaman Sean Paul. Sends it across to Ryan Wellington. Wellington on the ball now. And that ball goes into touch for a throw. Not sure why he put that one into touch, but it is a throw. Asani Ricketts sends that for Venton Evans. And that's Hamilton made the final call, and it says a throw for Portmore United. Asani Ricketts sends that to Damian Williams. Sends it forward for Javon East. That was a clip of the legs by Kevin Reed, so it will be a free kick for Portmore United. Roberto Johnson now sends it forward for Donaghy Fur. Fur sends it back for Johnson. Johnson sends it further back for Andre Lewis. Andre Lewis turns, finds the captain Rosario Harriet. Harriet sends that ball across and finding Ryan Wellington. Wellington looking for a pass and finding Javon East. East, he's being challenged, but he sends it back for Asani Ricketts, who sends it forward now for Venton Evans. Venton Evans over to Ricketts. Ricketts back to Evans. Venton Evans now on the ball, challenged by two Dunbeholden players, and the referee says the ball goes into touch and it will be a throw for Portmore United. Take it quickly. Javon East back to Asani Ricketts. And again it goes into touch, last touch by Demario Phillips. Throw for Portmore United. Looking for a throw. Finding Lewis. Now it's with Asani Ricketts. Ricketts challenged. And he is shielded off the ball. And will it be a corner or a throw? And the referee just making the final decision. And it actually will be a free kick. Basically like a corner because it's right at the corner flag or a few feet away from the corner flag, or a few steps. So it will be a free kick for Portmore United. Ball swung inside, headed on by Dunbeholden, and an acrobatic finish, but that finish went wide of the target. So it will be a goal kick for Dunbeholden. Just over 90 minutes gone in this encounter. And yes, still locked at 0-0. Venton Evans now sends that ball forward, finding Javon East, challenged by Kevin Reed, the captain of Dunbeholden. It's still Javon East. And that one swung inside. Oh, that's an own goal. That is an own goal. And the first of the contest. And he will be beside himself. And my oh my, Damarley Oliver is the man that scores for Portmore United, and it's not even a Portmore United player. And Javon East thought about doing a skill, and the defensive clearance was attempted by Damarley Oliver, and that ball goes into the back of the net. So a 20th minute own goal puts Portmore United ahead, and they're leading by a goal to 0. Drastic scenes or tragic scenes here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval for Dunbeholden, and they're trailing by a goal to 0. Again, we see the cross. Actually, was intended for Ricardo Morris, and the defensive clearance means that went into the back of the net. Terrible stuff for Dunbeholden, and tragic for Dunbeholden as they trail by a goal to 0. Andre Lewis now. Wellington sends it for Damian Lewis. Damian Williams. He sends that one across for Roberto Johnson, who sends that ball forward. Dunbeholden now with the ball. Ball sent forward, finding DeAndre Thomas. And there are two persons inside the 18-yard box. Still Dunbeholden with possession. Rosario Harriet does his defensive work. Defensive clearance now falls to Ricardo Morris, who sends that ball across for Javon East. East on the ball, couldn't latch on properly. And now Dunbeholden have possession again from McCoy Christian, who sends it forward. And McCoy Christian attempted to lob that to his teammate, but went straight to the gloves of Chevon Champaul. Trying to send that ball forward for Venton Evans. Headed on by Thompson. Anderson sends that ball for Christian. McCoy Christian sends that one across. They can search forward here. How do they do? Ball swung inside, and an opportunity for them to equalize. And it just couldn't get the job done couldn't be converted properly. But it will be a corner and another opportunity for Dunbeholden to get the equalizer here in this knockout competition. Dunbeholden trailing by a goal to nil, 20th minute own goal. And ball swung inside, headed on. And the danger still not averted. They can swing this one inside once more. Blocked. And the ball cleared, not entirely. Bertha Johnson tries to latch on. Now it's with Venton Evans of Portmore United. It's being challenged. Look at the speed there. Displayed by James. And even the crowd loves it. Throw taken. And now it's with Kevin Reed, who sends that ball across for Oliver. Oliver now on the ball. Sends that one further across. James sends that ball back to his teammate. He sends it across for Oliver once more. Oliver on the ball, sends it across and finding Clayton Pusey, who then finds Nicoy Christian. Christian turning. He's being challenged by two. And still Nicoy Christian. And Williams, he does foul Nicoy Christian. And it will be a free kick for Dunbeholden. Ball sent across. And now we can swing this one inside. Not the best pass in the end. Defensive work there by Portmore United. Goes into touch and it will be a throw. Portmore United, however, have possession. Ricardo Morris sends it back for Andre Lewis, who sends it forward. Once more. And Portmore United can double their advantage. Ball swung inside but collected. And Dunbeholden have possession again. Demario Phillips still on the ball. He's being challenged by Andre Lewis. He wins possession. And trying to find Anderson. Meets the boot of Asani Ricketts. And it goes into touch and it will be a throw for Dunbeholden. Anthony Thompson will be the one that takes this throw. Take it quickly. Now it's with Narada Brown. Narada Brown lobs that ball across. And Demario Phillips tried to latch on. And Donaghy Fur decides to make a defensive clearance. Falls to Dunbeholden, however. Nicoy Christian on the ball. Chips that ball over. Trying to find Narada Brown. Oh, that's over the bar. Just over the bar. And unable to find the equalizer once more. They're edging closer and closer. Will they find that equalizer before the end of the first half? And again, Dunbeholden pressing and pressing and pressing and trying to find the equalizer, attempted to find the first goal of the contest. But through an own goal, they're trailing. McCoy Christian, he fouled. Will be a throw or will be a free kick for Dunbeholden. Business as usual, collected. Sean Paul still at the moment wasn't settling. Headed on by Oliver, straight back to the keeper Edwards. Edwards decides to send it across to the captain Reed. Reed sends it further across for Anthony Thompson, who sends it back to the skipper once more. Reed looks for the man that tragedy struck for him in this match as he scored an own goal. DeMarley Oliver. Oliver on the ball now. Trying to find Anderson. Meets the head of Ricketts. But it is Narada Brown of Dunbeholden. Anderson now. Sends it back for Christian. McCoy Christian. Sends it across. And Dunbeholden searches forward. Ball swung inside. And he calls for a handball, but it's still Dunbeholden. Sends it back for Christian. Christian lobs that ball forward. And oh, just wide of the target. And again, they continue to press. And they just want to find that equalizer to settle their nerves. And maybe bring up composure here in this knockout final. Very close for Dunbeholden once more. They're going at the defending champions without any fear. And it's showing. Thompson sends that ball forward, trying to find DeAndre Thomas. It's now with Andre Lewis. Donaghy Furno for Portmore United. Sends it for Andre Lewis. Back to Donaghy Fur. Now it's with Andre Lewis once more. Loves that ball forward, intercepted however. And Pusey sends that to Christian. Christian challenged by Lewis. Sends it forward for Demario Phillips, who sends it back to the core. Christian on the ball now. Sends it forward, trying to find Arada Brown. But he does get back the ball however. Dunbeholden with possession. Ball swung inside, trying to find DeAndre Thomas. But it meets the glove of Chevon Sean Paul. He throws that one out. And Venton Evans keeps that one in play. But they do regain possession, Dunbeholden. And Anderson couldn't latch on to that one, Arada Brown. Collected by Chevon Sean Paul, who throws that one actually to Donaghy Fur or Roberto Johnson, but they do lose it. Demario Phillips now on the ball for Dunbeholden, sends that one back to his teammate. And that ball sent across for Clayton Pusey. Intercepted by Javon East. Javon East once more. And now it's over to Donaghy Fur. Fur sends that ball forward, tried to find Javon East once more. And now it's still Portmore United. Ricardo Thomas sends it across to Venton Evans. And they tried to double their advantage there with a search forward, but they couldn't. Now it's with the court Christian of Dunbeholden. Sends that ball forward, trying to find DeAndre Thomas, but straight to the boot of Chevon Sean Paul. Portmore United in possession. Asani Ricketts. Williams tried to latch on to that one. Asani Ricketts does foul Narada Brown, so it will be a free kick for Dunbeholden. And Odette Hamilton just stopping play there, saying that that's not the spot where the foul was committed. Narada Brown, Christian, Thomas, still Thomas, back to Christian. Lazy and wayward pass there in the end, but he does get it back to Corey Christian. The ball swung inside. Oh, that was close. Collected by Chevon Sean Paul. And again, they are surging forward. They just need to find that finishing touch. The Corey Christian turning and tackled by Morris and Williams. Venton Evans now across to Williams. Williams sends it back for Ricketts. Ricketts on the ball now for Portmore United. Sends that ball forward, intercepted by Reed. And DeAndre Thomas would try to latch on to that one. Not the best clearance. Dunbeholden would try to latch on, but unable to. And now Lewis across to Williams, who sends it across, trying to find Donaghy Fur. And then now Dunbeholden can go forward. Demario Phillips swings that one for Nicole Christian. He chases it down. And what will he do? Almost loses it. It's still Nicole Christian. Sends that ball across. And a shot. Headed on by Ryan Wellington. Goes into touch for a corner. And they are feeling it, and the crowd is loving it. And they have another opportunity, Dunbeholden, to equalize. 31 minutes just going by in this contest. And we see the other opportunity before this one. Ball headed in, but not dealt with properly. Now it is, and a shot blocked by Portmore United. And Dunbeholden tried to latch on once more. And that's a throw for the orange outfit. It's a foul. Will be a free kick. Free kick taken Nicole Christian swings that one inside, headed on, oh, collected by Siobhan Jean-Paul. Needed his length for that one. And ball sent forward. Oliver now. But it's finally Pusey, Clayton Pusey, intercepted. Donaghy Furno sends that ball forward. Javon East. East on the ball. He was fouled. And it will be a free kick for Portmore United. Ricketts. And Morris taking off his ball. McCoy Christian now for Dunbeholden. Sends that ball forward for DeAndre Thomas. Thomas still on the ball. He was challenged by Roberto Johnson. So it will be a free kick for Dunbeholden. Ball swung inside. Defensive work there by Ricketts. Now it's with Morris. Morris sends that ball across. Finding Donaghy Fur. Fur on the ball now. And he was impeded. And it's Hamilton just speaking to the Dunbeholden player and says, you can't do that. Just stopped him in his tracks. Free kick taken quickly. Rosaria Harriet. Ball swung across for Ryan Wellington, who sends that ball forward for Asani Ricketts. Ricketts now, his ball intercepted by Anderson. Anderson can charge forward, sends that ball across for Demario Phillips, who sends it back to Anderson. Anderson back to Phillips, swung across, but intercepted by Asani Ricketts. And Asani Ricketts can go forward. Left Demario Phillips for dead, but they do have back the ball, however. Narada Brown on the ball now for Dunbeholden. Sends it across, finding Clayton Pusey, who sends it across for Demario Phillips. Phillips turns. Finds Anthony Thompson, who swings that one inside. Headed on an opportunity. And the referee says no penalty. Portmore United have possession. Ricardo Morris. And Demario Phillips fouls him in the end. And it will be a free kick for Portmore United. They are very nervous, Portmore United. And they're the one ahead. Some nervy scenes here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. It's the Alliance MoneyGram knockout competition. And Portmore United, they're facing off against Dunbeholden. They're leading by a goal to nil. 20th minute own goal scored by Demarley Oliver of Dunbeholden. And that's the difference maker so far. Asani Ricketts to Vented Evans. Evans. Mix up in communication there, but they do still have possession. Ryan Wellington on the ball, no. Still Ryan Wellington. Sends that ball forward, trying to find Andre Lewis. Couldn't latch on to that one properly. Nicole Christian sends it forward, trying to find DeAndre Thomas, unable to. Andre Lewis now drifting inside the center circle. Sends it in across for Ricardo Thomas. Sees the run of Vented Evans. Will he send it to him? He doesn't use him. Instead sends it for Javon East, but Javon East couldn't latch on to that one. He goes into touch and it will be a throw, or it will be a goal kick for Dunbeholden. So Dunbeholden will be just unlucky, I think, that they are trailing behind by a goal to nil. One of the very few meaningful surges forward made by Portmore United resulted in an own goal. And that's the reason why they're trailing at the moment. But they have been playing pretty well. They have the defending champions on the back foot, and that's the reason why they're so excited. A ball swung inside the 18-yard box, collected by Edwards. Sent forward now, trying to find DeAndre Thomas. Headed by Rosaria Harriet. Collected now by Williams. Williams on the ball now. Damian Williams sends it across to Asani Ricketts, who sends it back to Ryan Wellington. Harriet collects that ball. Drifting out of his defensive third and finds Roberto Johnson. Johnson now sends it forward for Donaghy Fur. Fur gets by a Dunbeholden player, and he sends it across for Andre Lewis. Andre Lewis sends it forward for Venton Evans. Now they have an opportunity to double their advantage and a shot wide of the target. And it will be a goal kick for Dunbeholden. Spanish Town Prison Oval is the venue for this here, the Alliance MoneyGram St. Catherine Football Association knockout competition. Portmore United defeated Old Harbour Bay Football Club, and Dunbeholden defeated De La Vega City, and that is why they're here at the moment in this final. Portmore has the opportunity, with them being in the lead, to win their first of 2 trophies they can attain this season, and Dunbeholden with a chance to claim their only trophy they can win this season. But they trail, and they have to fight back and at least get a goal in the first half to bring this half to dead even scoreline. Anthony Thompson now intercepted, but they do have back possession through the skipper Kevin Reed. Reed on the ball now. McCoy Christian challenged by Andre Lewis. Ball sent forward. And Rosario Harriet, defensive work there. And it goes right to the boot of Juan Edwards, who sends it across. Portmore United have possession. Andre Lewis sends it forward for Ricardo Morris. Morris's ball intercepted by Anderson. Christian holds up the play. And that ball sent forward, trying to find Arado Brown. So that one goes into touch, and it will be a goal kick for Portmore United. So this is Portmore United's second final, back-to-back. They were the defending champions from last year, and they'll be looking to grab a hold of the trophy again this year. So Rosario Harriet now sends it back to the goalkeeper, Siobhan Sean Paul. Sean Paul sends it across to Ryan Wellington. Wellington sends it for Damian Williams. Damian Williams gets by the Dunbeholden player, sends it forward, trying to find Donaghy Fur, but he slips. And now surging forward. And the defensive work there by the goalkeeper, Edwards. Dunbeholden have possession. Nicoy Christian loves that ball forward, tried to find Arado Brown. And Arado Brown still latch onto it, but a block there by Ryan Wellington. Andre Lewis back for Roberto Johnson. Johnson on the ball now for Portmore United. Chips that ball across to find Asani Ricketts. Ricketts goes forward, sends it across for Andre Lewis once more. Lewis still on the ball. He's fouled. Take it quickly. Asani Ricketts now on the ball. Sends it forward. Tried to find Javon East. He does find Javon East, but he couldn't latch onto that one properly. And defensive work there attempted by Dunbeholden. Venton Evans sends it across though, but his ball intercepted. And Anthony Thompson unable to get that one, and it goes into touch for a throw to Portmore United. Morris sends that back for Wellington. That ball called by the goalkeeper, by the captain Harriet, who sends it across for Johnson. Roberto Johnson now on the ball, challenged. The referee says it's a throw for Dunbeholden. Take it quickly. Nicoy Christian now on the ball, sends that ball forward, trying to find Mario Phillips, but he's challenged, or Rosario Harriet was there to hit that ball into touch. It will be a throw for Dunbeholden. So the fans there cheering on Dunbeholden and Portmore United. And I would presume that based on the cheers, there are more persons here for Dunbeholden than Portmore United. Guess they want the underdogs to win, but now an opportunity for Portmore United. Oh, that was a terrible, terrible challenge, and it will be a red card, I presume, and it is. So the goal scoring opportunity presented for Portmore United, and Javon is just taken down. And is it Demarley Oliver? It seems to be Demarley Oliver. And that was a terrible, terrible defensive error. And it seems to be Demarley Oliver. So, what a bad day he's having, Demarley Oliver. And it went from him scoring an own goal to now him being sent off. And just before the first half ends, Portmore United presented with another opportunity to double their advantage. That was a terrible, terrible and cynical challenge. You can foul the player, or you can just try to contain his run. But he couldn't do that one. And that's the reason why he's sent off. It was just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And that's why he's sent off. Just absolutely cynical challenge there by Demarley Oliver. And it was just outside the 18-yard box. He's very, very lucky. And this free kick, standing behind it, it seems to be Ricardo Morris and Andre Lewis. And the fans are not happy with that red card. And thinks that and that just hits the bar, the frame of the goal. And the man who played for Vancouver Whitecaps, who played for Portland Timbers, hits the frame of the goal. And that free kick was very close to being 2-0 in favor of Portmore United. Waiting over it was Ricardo Morris, but he allowed Andre Lewis to take it. And that was not a bad free kick. And that just hits the post. And very, very lucky, because I believe that the goalkeeper Edwards was beaten. And if it just went inside a little bit, I believe that it would have been 2-0 in favor of Portmore United. So now Portmore United can maybe double their advantage, seen as though they're reduced to 10 men. Dunbeholden headed on, collected by Edwards. Cannot her watch on it, Hamilton. But Edwards just telling his teammates to calm down. Ball sent up trying to find Anderson. Sonny Ricketts. Oh, that was just clipped over the head of Fenton Evans by Anthony Thompson. Now it's with Thompson once more. Sends it forward for Narada Brown. Brown sees the run of Anderson, decides to send it across for Phillips. Phillips on the ball now. Christian. And that ball sent across, not the best ball in the end by Nakoy Christian. And that is the end of the first half here in the Alliance MoneyGram St. Catherine Football Association knockout competition. And an own goal by Demarley Oliver, and a red card handed by Odette Hamilton to Demarley Oliver is the difference maker in this contest. So at the end of the first half, 45 minutes have elapsed, and the score is Portmore 1, Dunbeholden 0.
we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears. Arnott fans now getting excited. Marvin Morgan still with the ball. The cross inside. Reed, the punch on the front goalkeeper Miller. This match has turned up several gears.
What a save. What a sequence. From the double by Marvin Morgan to the cross by Sims. And Morgan with the cross in the end. Lovely cross. Beautiful goalkeeping. That's a top drawer save. Top drawer. It wasn't coming straight at him.
Disturbed by getting a point from this road trip. And Arnott, if anything, would feel disappointed that they didn't collect 3 points. Here's that save again from Miller from the Fabian Reed volley.
It didn't have the power you would expect because just to make sure he got it on target, it was the side of his foot that he met it with rather than the instep lance.
Yeah, last year when they met them, good corner swinging to the near post. Horton does really well. Paris with a strike. What a goal! Kaheem Paris strikes his first goal of the season. The former Dinthill man lights up the scene for Cavalier in Red Stripe Football Mondays.
Against the run of play, Diego Horton did brilliantly well. Came for the ball early, gave it 2 fists, punched it clear. But Kaheem Paris, and folks, why this goal is special is because this man is very left-footed. This is Nicholas Hamilton's corner. Double punch by Diego Horton. And look at this, the weaker left foot, absolutely that's pure technique. Kids at home, take note. Didn't try to hit it too hard, just tried to catch it properly. A swing of the right boot. That's beautiful, Lance.
Well, he was a Golden Boot winner in the Costa Cup football with scores of goals in his career for Dinthill in the Costa Cup football. But what a strike that was in the top flight for Cavalier tonight.
Very much against the run of play.
Sean Fraser, his shot blocked. McGee trying to stab it forward to Peter Lee Battle. McGee with the effort, the keeper collects. Darius Stewart. Stewart does well. Tyreek McGee, Peter Lee Vassell.
Just a little undercooked from McGee. Vassell wanted it a little bit more firm.
You wouldn't have expected him to take the shot with his right foot. He was looking for the pass and it just didn't work out for him there in the end.
Well,
he doesn't get it.
Oh.
Vassell does really well to win it back.
That good turn of pace because Roshane Sharp was trying to run by him. Good speed, good strength from Vassell. The good players always look to have time on the ball, i.e. Tyreek McGee.
Here's another one. Peter Lee Vassell.
Oh, yes.
Weatherly picks it up. Harvey was in the way. The keeper will collect, or we try to. Doesn't really hold on to it. Sharp forced away from goal. Vassell puts it into touch.
He made a meal of it.
Players down for Portmore United, but Harbourview will continue. McGee lays off to Vassell. Vassell with a ball to Weatherly. Couldn't quite get there. It was closer to the defender than it was to Weatherly. Vassell trying to play it upfield. Fraser trying to go between a couple of defenders and was fouled. Free kick. Vassell. McGee. Seconds remaining in this first half. Finds Vassell. Vassell. McGee looking for that additional space again. McGee on his left foot. Was he tripped? He was. Free kick. Poor ball. Vassell now collects. Harborview will try again. Poor ball from Peter Lee Vassell.
Yeah, I wanted Beckford to run, but Beckford wasn't running, so he shouldn't have passed the ball there. Could have taken it a bit further, Peter Lee Vassell. Disappointed with himself more than the fact that his teammate didn't give him the passing option he wanted. To get position in those pockets.
Referee says play on. Vassell beats one. Plays it out wide. Beckford in a little bit of space now. He's inside the box on his right foot. Looking for options. That wasn't one of them. It was too far away from Vassell. Was waiting right on the edge of the box. As we see the opportunity here, but the poor pass to Beckford that got some space on the left. It was good work by Peter Lee Vassell before that. Vassell, what a ball that is.
Tremendous. A thing of beauty.
Marlon Lewis touches it forward to Peter Lee Vassell. McDonald is there, but so too is the keeper.
Didn't put himself in the best position to get the pass, Donald, because he was looking across at the assistant, trying to ensure that he kept his run onside. Trying to keep the run onside, and in doing so, wasn't as alert to what Vassell wanted to do.
Here's Vassell. McGee back to Vassell. Timar Lewis. Now it's with Vassell. Inside the box, Vassell!
Really snatched at that Peter Lee Vassell. The ball didn't run smoothly for him, to be fair. Trying to get it out from his feet. Look at it. Stabbed across to him. And the ball just really never settled for him. A wild slash in the end. That was a chance, which was not taken, as the stricken Rashawn Sharp walks to the near side to be replaced by Barnes, Hardy Barnes.
So pretty much firepower by the young man Harding. So that's the end of the match.
Yeah.
Oh, the turn and the shot. What a strike! Out of nowhere! Rondy Smith! We have seen some spectacular goals here at the compound, but take a bow!
Well, time stood still. So did the Harborview goalkeeper. This is the throw from Osani Ricketts. One bounce, chest control, and bang! Opportunism at its best. Rondy Smith. Cloovey only goes to fetch because he couldn't save. So here's the goal. That's the goal scorer, Rondy Smith. It's a simple throw. One bounce onto his chest. He turns. Harvey gives him acres of space. And look at that. You couldn't make it up.
Morris. Now the shot. Take on! Rondy Smith again! Well, he can do no wrong with the spectacular tonight here at the compound. The champions racing away. They lead by 2-0.
Isn't this beautiful? One with the left foot earlier, this one with the right. Takes a touch to set himself, and look at that. Curls it up and over. Morris wanted the call for a foul. Referee let the play run, and what a good thing he did. The ball running for Randy Smith, just took a touch to get it out of his feet so he could get the back lift. And really bent it through Clovis. Not a chance in goal.
Randy Smith had 2 brilliant goals in the first half. And it's the difference between these two teams. One with the left, the other with the right. And Christian Clovis, who has had a shaky game so far, really could have done nothing about the goals.
So you thought that gave him confidence, but from the evidence of that, that was poor by any standard. Then for the Randy Smith strike, I'm not going to be too hard on him. He expected his defenders to do their job. They didn't. And even if he was aware of that, he couldn't have kept it out. Was aware that Randy Smith was lining up that effort and could do nothing about it. And then...
And of course, he's the scorer of the 2 goals tonight. First with the left. It was a brilliant one. And then the other with the right. Here it is. Fabulous effort by Portmore's number 20. Not bad to open his campaign this season.
Jabari Howell is in his place tonight.
Just some freshen up in the midfield area, and that's where Aberville certainly won the battle tonight.
Lewis. Substitute Howell now gets in. Beckford gets there, but can't keep it in. Samuel to Nairn, to Howell.
It's a lot of attributes for the attacking plays.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
We are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
So we're back here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval for second half action here for the Alliance MoneyGram St. Catherine Football Association knockout competition. And Portmore United, they're leading by a 1-0. An own goal scored in the 20th minute by Demarley Oliver, who was sent off as well in the 44th minute. And that's the difference maker now. Randy Smith actually came on for Portmore United. A ball swung across by Roberto Johnson coming in. And that ball goes into touch, and it will be a throw for Dunbeholden. Chested down by Randy Smith, but he couldn't keep it. Mario Phillips sends that one across to Pusey, who sends it back for James. James sends it across. Reed then finds Thompson. Thompson on the ball now, sends it back to the skipper. And now the captain finds James. James sends it forward for Narado Brown. Brown on the ball now. And he does get the foul, and it will be a free kick for Dunbeholden. Ball swung across for Reed now. Free kick was taken quickly. Now the man who was taking the free kick, James, gets back the ball. And Pusey sends it to Demario Phillips. Phillips on the ball now. Loves that ball across. And that was not a bad ball in the end. And now a chance for the equalizer. Oh, that was a good save by Sean Paul. The first attack of the contest, and that fell to Dunbeholden. What a play there, and you would not think that they are down to 10 men. That was a passing exhibition there. Ball swung inside the 80-yard box, and no one able to latch on to that one except for Donaghy Fur. Fur on the ball now for Portmore United. He's being challenged. And that ball goes into touch, and it will be a throw for Dunbeholden. Take it quickly. Dunbeholden now. They lose it. Donaghy Fur now on the ball for Portmore United. Defensive work. So that will be a throw, I presume, to Dunbeholden. As we take a look here at the chance created by them a few moments ago, and that required the outstretched hands of Chevron Champal. That was a very, very good chance, probably their best chance of the contest, not their only. And Dunbeholden now on the ball. Donaghy Fur. That last touch was by him, so it will be a throw for Dunbeholden. Right tap the corner flag. LaCoy Christian now. Still LaCoy Christian, sends it back for James. James on the ball for Dunbeholden. Sends that ball across for the captain. Headed on. Now collected by Andre Lewis. Lewis on the ball, just skips by Anderson. And finds Damian Williams, who sends it across for Sonny Ricketts. Portmore United on the attack. Still Portmore United. And they're just taking things at their own pace. They don't want to rush things. Ball sent forward, trying to find Randy Smith. And last touch by Randy Smith, and that one goes into touch, and it will be a throw for Dunbeholden. Ball headed on. Dunbeholden now with possession. Ball sent back to the goalkeeper, Edwards. Edwards and the ball now sends that ball across. And goes into touch, and it will be a throw to Portmore United. Take it quickly. Donaghy Fur now on the ball. Sends it for Roberto Johnson. Johnson looking for a pass and finds Randy Smith or Ricardo Morris, and a shot there. And not dealt with properly. And still a chance for Portmore United. But now collected by Edwards. And the danger averted. There were some nervous scenes there by Dunbeholden's defense and the goalkeeper. But he does collect the ball once more. And sends that forward. Under the boot of Johnson. Damian Williams now on the ball. Sends that ball forward, trying to find Ricardo Morris. But the defender, Anthony Thompson, sees that all the way and heads it to the goalkeeper. James now for Dunbeholden. Sends it for Phillips. Phillips sends it back for Reed. Reed, defensive work there. Sends it forward. Collected there by Anderson, who sends it across for Pusey. Defensive work by Rosario Harriet. And they lost the ball for a second, but they do have a replacement. And the Pusey just looking for a pass. Intercepted by Smith. Smith sends that ball across. Tried to find Ricardo Morris. Will he control that one? He's been challenged by Anthony Thompson. And he sends it back. And now an opportunity. Venton Evans sends it back for Andre Lewis. Lewis on the ball now. Sends it across. Finding Donaghy Fur. Fur now on the ball. And he just skips by Clayton. Oh, that was a very good shot in the end. And Clayton Pusey just stood there. And Donaghy Fur just went by him like as if he was standing still and took the shot, and that was swinging. Had to make sure that that ball didn't go into the back of the net. Eric Edwards just went by him like that. He was standing still as a statue, and that was a good shot in the end. And Eric Edwards pushed that one behind for a corner to Portmore United, and an opportunity for them to double their advantage. Just making sure everything is okay, or that Hamilton gives him the go-ahead. Ball swung inside by Rondy Smith, headed on. And that ball goes behind. And the man Roberto Johnson will be satisfied with that one. Dunbeholden has possession, they lose it. And now it is with Venton Edwards, who sends it one across. And a shot there, collected by Eric Edwards. And now Portmore United, headed on by Roberto Johnson. A clatter. And it will be a yellow card for Odette, for Roberto Johnson, issued by Odette Hamilton. And that was the yellow card of defense committed by Roberto Johnson. And it was just a clatter to the back of the head, and I just hope that he's okay. Still being attended to. Hopefully he's okay. Here's the first goal of the contest. And just stops on a dime. Javon East, and swung that one inside. Meant for Ricardo Morris, but defensive work turns into an old goal by DeMarley Oliver. Remember, there's a red card for a reason. And the man down on the floor, it seems to be Narada Brown. He's being helped up by the medical staff. And he's still stopped on a dime there a little bit. And here's the red card. issued by the man who actually scored, or is issued to the man who actually scored the own goal for Dunbeholden. Free kick now, take it quickly. The man who was falling around the brown swings that one inside, trying to find DeAndre Thomas, but he's caught offside. So free kick for Portmore United, take it quickly. Damian Williams sends that ball across for Asani Ricketts. Ricketts, Morris. Back to Ricketts now. Portmore United just passing the ball around. And that ball goes into touch, and it will be a throw for Dunbeholden. Throw taken. Defensive work there by Portmore United, by Asani Ricketts. Still not dealt with properly. Portmore United have possession once more. And it's now Ricardo Morris. And he is fouled. So it will be a free kick for Portmore United. .56.5 minutes gone in this encounter. 33.5 minutes left. Maybe sending this to extra time. Penalties to salvage something. Dunbeholden. And dethroned the champions here, Portmore United. Rosario Harriet sends that one across for Roberto Johnson. Johnson on the ball now. Challenged by Narada Brown. Back to the skipper Harriet. Harriet sends that one for Andre Lewis. Lewis turns, finds Johnson, finds Lewis once more, who then finds one Fur. Fur finds Johnson. And a sliding challenge by Narada Brown. And that's Hamilton just telling him, you can't do that. If you do that once more, you will be carded. And Andre Lewis almost loses it, but he is fouled, and it will be a free kick for Portmore United. So Portmore United just trying to get into the thick of things. Sonny Ricketts. Williams now. Morris. Finding Randy Smith, unable to find someone else. Randy Smith. Venton Evans latches on, however, and finds Asani Ricketts. Ricketts on the ball now for Portmore United. Sends it for Venton Evans. Venton Evans, his ball intercepted, and it goes into touch, and it will be a throw for Portmore United. Wellington now. Referee says it's a foul throw. Is it? Well, there's actually a person down on the field at the moment. Don't worry, guys, there are a couple more matches. Just remember, there are a couple more matches left in the Red Stripe Premier League season. All you have to do is sign up, islandsports.net or the mobile app Island Sports Network. It's available for all Android and Apple devices. And if you put in the promo code PLAYOFFS, you will get these wonderful packages for just $2.99. Normally it's $3.99 per month. That's about 500 Jamaican dollars, but if you act now, it's just under 400 Jamaican dollars, or about 400 Jamaican dollars. And you can get to watch the rest of the playoff as we see Narada Brown come off. And the man, Lorenzo Dubidad, comes on for Narada Brown. And hopefully he's okay. I know he came off because he probably suffered a concussion at the hands of Roberto Johnson. So hopefully he's okay. And he's back very soon to prepare themselves for next season. Demario Phillips. James. Send forward, trying to find Dubidad. Intercepted by Johnson. Intercepted once more, this time by James for Dunbeholden. Ball sent across. That was very, very pacey performance there by Dubidad. by James, I should say. Ball swung inside the 18-yard box, collected by Harriott. Defensive clearance by the captain. Falls, however, to the other captain, Kevin Reed, who sends it across for Demario Phillips. Phillips trying to find his teammate. Instead, it goes right into the gloves of Chevon Sean Paul. Rolls it now to Damian Williams. Williams now sends it across for Roberto Johnson. Johnson to Donaghy Fur. Fur on the ball now. Just outside the 18-yard box, or the center circle, finds Lewis, who then finds him once more and send it forward for Randy Smith, who loses it. Pusey, Phillips, ball sent forward, intercepted now by Rosario Harriott. Harriott on the ball now, sends it forward for Donaghy Fur, and now it's with Andre Lewis. Ricardo Morris stops on a dime and sends it forward for Roberto Johnson, who gets by the player pretty easily. And Roberto Johnson with a shot, blocked by Kevin Reed. And now they can go forward. It's being challenged. And it will be a yellow card for Damian Williams. And I tell you, he's done that before, but the referee did not book him. And now Odette Hamilton has had enough. And he goes into the books. So that's the second card of the second half. And both falling to Portmore United players. Free kick for Dunbeholden. James leaves it for Christian. Sends it forward for Lorenzo Dubidad. Dubidad trying to find his teammate. Intercepted by Andre Lewis. Lewis still on the ball now. Stops on a dime, but it goes into touch, and it will be a throw for Dunbeholden. Dunbeholden, Lorenzo Dubidad sends it across, trying to find the core. Christian, intercepted by Rondy Smith. Rondy Smith can go forward. He's being challenged. Still Rondy Smith. Sends it across, trying to find Ricardo Morris. Skips by the man James, and it's still Ricardo Morris. This one inside the 18-yard box. And Venton Evans would try to latch on. He does. Time and space now for Venton Evans. But there's so many Dunbeholden players are back. And now it's with Roberto Johnson. Johnson swings that one. Finds Andre Lewis, who sends it across for Asani Ricketts. Ricketts chests that one. Sends it forward, trying to find Venton Evans. But collected by the Dunbeholden defense. And almost loses it, and does. And it's still Portmore United, but there's nobody to latch on to that one. And that ball goes into touch, and it will be a throw to Dunbeholden. So, scary scenes there for Dunbeholden. Lorenzo Dubidad to Demario Phillips. Phillips, a very quick player. Kevin Reed now. Back to Demario Phillips. Phillips on the ball now. Sends that ball forward. That's not a bad ball by Phillips. It's now DeAndre Thomas. Thomas on the ball now. Gets by the player, and a swinging shot across the face of goal. And that goes behind. And will be a goal kick. So another player comes on. Seems to be Rashane Sharp. That comes on for Portmore United. Ball sent forward, trying to find Rondy Smith. Intercepted. And it actually is Rashane Sharp, and he tries to latch on to this one. But Anthony Thompson sees it all the way. Through to Dunbeholden, take it quickly. Kevin Reed sends it back to the keeper, Eric Edwards. He's being challenged by Sharp. And an offside call committed by DeAndre Thomas. Free kick, take it quickly. Andre Lewis. Back to Damian Williams. Williams on the ball, sends it forward for Rashane Sharp. Intercepted, however. And now it's with Dunbeholden. Decoy Christian sends that ball forward, finding DeAndre Thomas. Thomas on the ball now. He's being challenged by Ricketts. And defensive work there by Rosario Harriott. Falls to the feet of Anthony Thompson. Thompson to Phillips. Phillips sends that one across to find James. James goes forward, finds Lorenzo Dubidad. He's being challenged by Roberto Johnson, sends that one across. And Dunbeholden now can make something of this. Almost loses it. James sends the ball across to the skipper, who sends that ball forward for Nicoy Christian. That was a very good turn. And Damian Williams has to be careful. He's on a yellow card and don't want to get a second yellow and make it an even playing field. As you're still with 11 men, or your team is still with 11 men, but the opponents are with 10. But I tell you, Dunbeholden is not playing like they have 10 men. They play like they have 11 men on the field, 10 outfield players, and one inside the goal. And that was a foul committed by Andre Lewis on James, Chevon James, so it will be a free kick for Dunbeholden. Opportunity now to make something of this. Dubidad would be the one to take this one. And the three-man wall built by Portmore United consists of Donaghy Fur, Ricardo Morris, Andre Lewis. But the man behind the ball is the number 5 that just came on, Lorenzo Dubidad. What will he make of this? 68.5 minutes gone. And a free kick, but that one went way over the bar. That was just an anticlimax, if you will. The tension was there, but produced nothing in the end. So goal kick for Portmore United. And if they can reset, and they go again. Shaman Champal, a man who was on the team for the University of Technology. He's actually in the Faculty of Science and Sports, and they call that FUS. Now he's still with Portmore United. And that's a foul committed by Donaghy Fur. Will be a free kick. And Odette Hamilton just warning Donaghy Fur. James sends that ball across, finding Reed. Reed sends that one up for Christian. Christian, beautiful turn to get by Asani Ricketts, but taken off. And now there's 4 on 2. A ball set forward, and now Rashid Sharp can counter or sends that one in, but very good goalkeeping by Eric Edwards. He's been the stopper and the goalkeeper for Dunbeholden. Throw to Portmore United, however. Andre Lewis turning, challenged by the other number 17, DeAndre Thomas. Now it's with Asani Ricketts. Ricketts still on the ball. Intercepted, taken off his ball. And now Lorenzo Dubidad of Dunbeholden. The ball sent across, but intercepted by Donaghy Fur. And he gets it back, Lorenzo Dubidad, but they lose possession. Damian Williams. Andre Lewis. Johnson now. Andre Lewis sends that ball across to find Asani Ricketts. Ricketts on the ball now, looking for a pass. Finds Rashane Sharp. Sharp on the ball now, trying to send that ball forward to find Rondi Smith. Intercepted, however. Demario Phillips now on the ball. And that was not a good ball to find DeAndre Thomas in the end. Now it's back with Portmore United through Andre Lewis. Ball set across to Rashane Sharp. Sharp back to Williams. Now it's Asani Ricketts. And that ball goes into touch. Will be a throw for Dunbeholden. Ball sent up, but nothing in the end. .5 minutes left in this contest. And Dunbeholden has to salvage something here if they want to make this game very interesting. Dunbeholden on the ball now. DeAndre Thomas And tries to get by two players. A ball sent up for Randy Smith, who sends it back. And that's not a bad ball to Ricardo Thomas. Ricardo Thomas, it's a 4-on-2, and that ball swung inside, collected by Edwards. Easy does it for the goalkeeper. And puts the ball down now. Intercepted by Andre Lewis. Lewis sends that one across to Morris. Morris on the ball now. Sends that ball for Andre Lewis, but he's caught in an offside position. Collected, intercepted by Williams. Andre Lewis sends that ball back for Roberto Johnson. Johnson sends that ball forward. Collected by James. Donaghy Fur. And that was a very, very silly challenge by James. And that was just swinging fists by Chevon James. And not a surprise that he's in the books. Probably frustrated that Donaghy Fur took him off the ball and retaliated. Opportunity now. And Illy stands behind the ball. And there are a couple players that will be drifting inside the 18-yard box. There are about 4 players for Portmore United just outside the 18-yard box. There has been a change. Ball swung inside. And that was a dangerous ball, but nobody to connect in the end. So goal kick for Dunbeholden. So it's been an even contest, to be honest, in terms of opportunities presented. Portmore United has some opportunities. Dunbeholden had some opportunities. Nobody able to capitalize. But it's still 1-0, however. Own goal scored in the 20th minute by DeMarley Oliver. Not the best ball in the end by James. So that will be a throw for Portmore United. And Roberto Johnson, he loses it. But they do regain it, however, and they lose it once more. Lorenzo Dubedad sends that one across to Clint Pusey. Pusey on the ball now. And that ball swung for Demario Phillips, but too much on it. And that goes behind for a goal kick for Portmore United. Just over 74 minutes gone in this encounter. Portmore still lead by a narrow margin, so anything is possible. And Dunbeholden can get back into this game. Portmore can lose this game. So anything is possible here in the Alliance MoneyGram St. Catherine Football Association knockout competition here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. Will Portmore maintain this lead, or will Dunbeholden come back? Just settling things. And it's Hamilton. So through for Portmore United. Take it quickly. Headed on by Thompson. Still Portmore United with the possession, however. Moritz. Johnson now. Ball sent up for Andre Lewis. Back to Johnson, who's now sent it for Morris. Back to Johnson again. Now it's with Andre Lewis. Andre Lewis over to Roberto Johnson. Morris intercepted. And the referee didn't see that it went over the line. And that's Hamilton again. Just giving word to the Dunbeholden players. This time it's Lorenzo Dubidad telling him stop using your hands. It's football, not basketball, if you will. Wrestling. Andre Lewis now for Portmore United, sorry. Over to Roberto Johnson. Johnson being challenged by Dubidad. Cross to Ricardo Morris. Morris sends it forward. And that ball sent further across for Shane Sharp. And it's still ball is swung inside. And a mistake there by the goalkeeper, but covered up quickly by Eric Edwards again. And he was very lucky. And Randy Smith could not capitalize. Chested there by DeAndre Thomas. Thomas on the ball now for Dunbeholden. He's being challenged by Roberto Johnson. And deflection, the referee says it's a goal kick for Portmore United. And just getting by the player. Ball swung inside and not collected properly. Went through the legs of the goalkeeper and saw that it went through the legs, and Randy Smith just wasn't quick enough to latch on to that ball. So danger averted and unable to double the advantage for Portmore United. Ball goes into touch for a throw to Dunbeholden. Thrown to James. Sherman James sends up one across to Kevin Reed. Sends that ball up, but it's collected by Cleon Price. Price now goes forward, sends it across to Randy Smith, but he's in an offside position, and there will be a free kick for Dunbeholden. And there is a substitution in the offing. And it is Clayton Pusey coming off. And that seems to be Shaquille Lewis coming on. So Lewis coming on and Pusey coming off. Headed on, and now an opportunity. And brought down, and it's Hamilton says no penalty. And it will be a free kick for Portmore United. And the play still down on the field. He's slowly getting up, and he's up now. Free kick taken quickly. Roberto Johnson. Now it's with Roberto Johnson once more. Morris sends that one across, trying to find Damian Williams. Intercepted by Dunbeholden. They do have possession, Dunbeholden still. Challenged. Johnson gets the ball for Portmore United. And there a confrontation. And it's a red card. Red card. And you just can't go to the referee like that. You cannot go to the referee like that. You cannot go to the referee like that. And that seems to be Richard Anderson that gets the red card. It is Richard Anderson, and he flashes at Hamilton. And there we see The man DeAndre Thomas just going close to her. And is it Richard Anderson? Yes, it is Richard Anderson. So now, Dunbeholden is reduced to 9 players on the field. It's just over 80 minutes now gone on the clock. They're reduced to 9 men. Dunbeholden, and if you thought they had a disadvantage before, no, they do have a disadvantage. Dunbeholden now, they have possession. And the referee, that is a penalty. And a penalty for Dunbeholden. 81 minutes gone, and Dunbeholden has the chance to equalize. My oh my, reducing themselves to 9 men is not the story here. There was the initial penalty call, and then Zaria Harriot, the captain, needed to keep his composure and just clattered into the Dunbeholden player. And that is the story, and it's actually Chevon James that was fouled inside the 18-yard box. Medical staff now summoned for Dunbeholden. Opportunity for them now. They've battled 3 times in the Premier League. They're battling here tonight for the St. Catherine Football Association Alliance MoneyGram Knockout Competition here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. And I tell you, what would it be if Damarley Oliver did not score that own goal? What would be the story here? Would you say that Dunbeholden would go 1-0 up if they do convert this penalty? Because it's not a surety. Chevon Sean Paul can guess the right way and actually save this penalty. Now an opportunity, and the crowd is being motivated by the players. And the penalty, and it seems to be taken by Demario Phillips, or it will be taken by Demario Phillips. Oh no, it's not. Demario Phillips is actually way back, just in the opponent's half. And it is in fact Nicoy Christian that will be taking this. Ooh. What will be the story? Will this be 1-1? Nicoy Christian steps up, and it's saved! It is saved by Chevon Sean Paul. And I tell you, it doesn't have to be a sure goal for Dunbeholden. I said that Chevon Sean Paul could have guessed the right way, and he did. What a good anticipation by Chevon Sean Paul. And now they can attack. Rashane Sharp, no. And now they can double their lead. Will they? And an advantage now. Ball sent inside, and a shot. Oh, a good block. And it's still an opportunity. No, it is not. No goal for Portmore United. Still across. And an acrobatic finish there couldn't be converted. And Portmore United still searching for my oh my. Exciting scenes here. And it's actually a foul. And it seems to be, yes it is. So it will be a free kick for Portmore United. And look at this run by Sharp. And a finish there. Pushed up by the keeper once more, but blocked again by the keeper. And then Andre Lewis with a shot, and it's blocked 3 times by the keeper actually. Keeper being keeper and defender. And prevented one Portmore United for the moment to double their advantage. Opportunity, ball swung inside. Headed out. Danger not averted. Now it is. Turning. And he is fouled. And it will be a free kick. Boy Christian will be taking this one. Portmore United in possession now. Cleon Price tries to latch on. Now it's shamed. And a sliding challenge there by Cleon Price. Throw. Take it quickly. Demario Phillips swings that one inside. Rondy Smith. Now for Portmore United. That ball sent across for Sharp. Sharp. His ball intercepted. McCoy Christian sends that ball across for Demario Phillips. Phillips on the ball now for Dunbeholden, who sends that ball forward. Trying to find Lewis, but he slips. Cleon Price now. He's being challenged by Demario Phillips. Fast and a defensive player, Demario Phillips. He can play wing back, he can play a winger role, and he can play the defensive position. Cleon Price sends it back for Andre Lewis. Lewis now decides to send it for his teammate Roberto Johnson, who sends it across for Williams. Williams to Lewis. Lewis back to Williams. Williams almost loses it, and he does because he has committed a foul, and it will be a free kick for Dunbeholden. Almost 87 minutes gone. It's still not over yet. Dunbeholden reduced to 9 men, but they're still pressing and surging forward. Ball swung inside the 18-yard box. Collected by Sean Paul. And that ball thrown across for Roberto Johnson. Johnson sends that ball forward for Ricardo Morris. Morris settles, tries to find a pass. Both persons are offside. Decides to send it for Roberto Johnson. Opportunity now. Ball swung inside. And nobody to claim it. But it's still possession, Portmore United. And they couldn't latch on. Nobody was there to collect it once more. Thrown out very quickly. And Demario Phillips couldn't latch on first time. He does the second time. He's being challenged. Sends that one across for McCoy Christian. Christian, he was challenged, but he sends it up for Shaquille Lewis. Lewis on the ball. Sends that ball for Demario Phillips. Phillips couldn't latch on to that one, and it goes behind for a goal kick to Portmore United. My scenes here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. Just an own goal separating these two teams. And even reduced to 9 men, they had a golden opportunity to equalize and send this to extra time. But the great guess by Chevon Sean Paul saves Portmore United at the moment. But anything can happen. It's a minute and a half left here in the Alliance MoneyGram St. Catherine Football Association knockout competition. Dunbeholden now, they have possession through Demario Phillips. We see the run there by James. He decided to take the shot. Oh, that was a very good shot and very, very close. What a strike there by Demario Phillips. Boy, oh boy. That was a close call for Portmore United. Portmore United now can breathe a sigh of relief. Cleon Price now loses it to Demario Phillips. Phillips sends it across to the court. Christian on the ball now. Still Christian. Challenged by L.A. Lewis. Or Andre Lewis. Portmore United gets possession. Back. Rondy Smith sends it across to Rashane Sharp, who sends it forward, trying to find Cleon Price. Dunbeholden has possession once more. They lose it. Cleon Price now for Portmore United. He's not by 2, now 3. He loses it. Phillips now to Dubidad, who sends it across to Christian. Christian launches that ball forward, trying to find Shaquille Lewis. And collected by Roberto Johnson. Throw. Take it quickly. Lorenzo Dubidad. And What seems to be the call here? And it seems to be a yellow card. And this is the first goal. Came in the 20th minute. And it's actually an own goal. And one of the persons who would, minutes later, receive a red card. That man being Damari Oliver. And that's the difference maker. Dunbeholden still has possession. 90 minutes have elapsed. They still have time somewhat. Dunbeholden. Ball sent up. And it will be a throw to Dunbeholden. Take it quickly. James. The ball swung inside the 18-yard box. And Dunbeholden still has possession. First minute of injury time has elapsed. But look at Portmore United. What will be the result of this search forward? And an opportunity. And it is in the back of the net. That is it. Over. Finito. That is it. Portmore United have doubled their advantage. And in the 92nd minute, it is Cleon Price who latches on. And he is the second man on the score sheet. And that was just a terrible ball, and it was greatly intercepted there by Ricardo Morris, and was very, very unselfish. And he decided to lay that ball across Ricardo Morris to Cleon Price. Demario Phillips couldn't get by Damian Williams. Quickly taken free kick. Ricardo Morris sends it across for the goal scorer, Cleon Price, who sends it for Andre Lewis, who dips that ball forward, trying to find Rashane Sharp. Defensive work there by Anthony Thompson. Ball goes into touch, and it will be a throw for Portmore United. 92nd minute. 3 minutes have almost gone after the 90. Randy Smith. Last touch by him, the referee says, and it will be a throw for Dunbeholden. Had the opportunity to equalize, but didn't. And now they're trailing by 2-0, and you would guess by now that Portmore United will be champions once again. Ball sent inside the center circle to find the Corey Christian, who sends it across for Demario Phillips. Phillips on the ball now for Dunbeholden, who sends that for Siobhan James. Still James on the ball. Loses it. And now Donaghy first sends it forward for Ricardo Morris. It's 3 against 3. And he sends it back for Roberto Johnson. Johnson latches on, sends it back. And that is a very rash challenge there by the man Kevin Reed. And it will be a free kick for Portmore United. Take it quickly. Intercepted there by Christian. And it goes into touch for a throw to Portmore United. And that is the end of that. An own goal scored by the man, Damari Oliver. And then putting the game to bed in the 92nd minute was Cleon Price. And that is the difference maker. So your Alliance Money Grab knockout champions are Portmore United. They defeat Dunbeholden by 2-0. Don't move a muscle. We will be trying to get post-game interviews, as this is the end of the MoneyGram Alliance St. Catherine Football Association knockout competition.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
Chris, from us, over the shoulder. You for the runner, sir. You for the runner, sir. No, you come around in front of him. Yeah, come around in front of him. Yeah, like that.
All right, post-game interview here. And here is Aaron Elliott. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, so I specifically called for an interview for you for a specific reason. We have been going around interviewing some schoolboy football players. I know specifically that you had a hard time scoring goal in the Money Cup, but then upstepped the Champions Cup, where you scored a hat-trick against St. Elizabeth Technical. I mean, what has this journey been as a schoolboy transitioning to the big leagues, playing for Portmore United?
Well, it's quite an exciting journey. You know that playing in the Money Cup, and it's very hard to score goal, as you said, and promoted to the Premier League, playing for Portmore United, the defending champion. A quality team, all-rounded team. It's a very good experience for me as a youngster to come and score a lot of goals, you know. But I've been motivated by all the players, you know. They have been good, helping me to score a goal and helping me to do the right thing during training, after games, and telling me what to do and what not to do. And the coaching staff, they are very good, well also motivating me. Yeah.
All right, how good are you feeling that now you're the knockout champions once again? You got by this team a little nervous start, but with an own goal, settling your nerves in the second half, you came into the game and you guys got a goal in the 92nd minute. How excited are you heading into the semi-finals, playing Mount Pleasant on Monday at the National Stadium?
Well, it's a very overwhelming feeling, you know. Winning my first trophy with the Portmore United team, it's a very great feeling. And we have one more accomplishment, which is the next trophy for the league title. And we are destined to win that again, back-to-back champions, you know. And we want to be the first team to do that in a very long period of time. So that's our main aim this season.
All right, good luck in the semi-final.
Yeah, thanks very much.
All right, that was Aaron Elliott. Played for Jamaica College in the Money Cup last season, or the season that just concluded. And we're going to try to get some more interviews as we see the celebrations. Okay, we're going to throw it to commercial and then we'll come back. Some more interviews.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
Another post-game interview here. And I'm here with the knockout winning coach, Mr. Shabar Thomas. How are you doing?
I'm very good.
All right, so last season here coaching for Portmore United, and you want to win it all. You've won the cash prize, accumulating the most points, and now you've won the knockout trophy. How are you feeling now?
I'm very happy. When you win titles, it's very important, especially for a young coach as myself. And we're defending the title as well, so to win it back to back is very good. We just now have to focus on Monday nights and getting past Mount Pleasant.
All right, how has this knockout competition been for you, and how has it prepared you for the playoffs coming Monday?
At the beginning of this competition, it was good for us because we were able to play some players, give minutes to players, rest a couple people as well. And then now the back end of it in the semi-finals and the finals, we could prepare the team, in mind with the intention of playing against Mount Pleasant on Monday night.
All right, so I have to ask you about another schoolboy football player. Aaron Elliott played for Jamaica College, and funny enough, he wasn't scoring for Jamaica College, but up steps the Champions Cup and he scored a hat-trick against St. Elizabeth Technical. Tell me, how has he been in the Portmore United camp?
No, Elliott, young player, tremendous talent, have a lot to him, to his game, and he came in and gelled with the team and he's coachable, so that is very important. And he's open to what we are giving him here at Portmore and teaching him, and that's why you can see him come in games. In the Premier League game, he came in against Reno, started that game, got his first goal, and in a couple of the knockout game he came on and notched a goal, and he's doing well. His development, it's all about development, and his graph is growing. So he's young, and he's just going to stay in the system and learn.
All right, last question. I mean, how confident that you believe that this tradition of winning trophies will carry on through Ricardo Bibi Gardner? Because I know that he will be taking over the mantle from you next season, at the start of next season. How confident that he will take this mantle proudly and carry on the tradition of Portmore United being so dominant in the league?
I must tell you that, Coach Ricardo Bibi Gardner coming in is a tremendous steal for us, and we are really appreciate what he's bringing to us. In terms of us winning trophies, nothing is guaranteed, but what I can guarantee you is that these guys will give him their best, and when we give our best, it's success. So it equates to success. So I mean, you can do the maths from there. So I mean, when he comes in, he'll take over a squad that has tremendous work ethic, talent, quality, and also he will add his pieces to the team. So you never know how far we can go.
All right, thank you and good luck in the semifinals.
Thank you very much.
All right, that here with the substitute Shaquille Lewis of Dunbeholden. How are you doing?
Fine.
All right, not the best result you've wanted. You wanted to get one better and lift the trophy. What do you think went wrong with your team in this competition, or in this match, so to speak?
If I'm a good red card, the team just break down. And the coach has to fight harder. But, Jaja, you don't know what going on.
All right, could you also, as well, say that the finishing wasn't the best? Because I mean that you guys got some chances, even when you guys were down to 10 men and even 9 players, you got a penalty. It was saved by Shaman Champal. I mean, was the red cards that demotivating for the team?
All right, see, finishing work from season. So we have to work on that next season coming on. A red card, break down the team. Very, very bad.
All right, so what will be the training like, or what will be the talking point heading into next season? You guys have secured your place for next season in the Red Stripe Premier League, which is the first season that both teams have been promoted and will stay. How confident that you guys will continue to stay in the Premier League for years to come?
All right, next season we just have to work harder. Put in hard work, come on to training every day, and put in hard work, and it's better.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, that was Shaquille Lewis. That's the substitute for Dunbeholden. As we try to get another interview, and we're here with the coach for Dunbeholden. How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay.
All right. You guys were subject to 2 red cards here in this match, but what else do you think went wrong for your team here?
I wouldn't say much went wrong for the team because we came out with a plan and we were playing according to the plan. Unfortunately, an early goal, an own goal to that, and then 2 red cards. If you looked at the way the guys play, you would say they play with some level of character today, and that is what you want from a team with character. And I thought my guys really played well today.
All right, tell me, what has this season been like? You guys had a little bump in the road when you guys were in the relegation zone for a while, but the surge in the second half of the season was tremendous, and you guys are now staying in the league for at least another season, and you're here in the finals and played in the finals against a team that were the defending champions and won everything last season. Tell me, what has the season been for you, and what was the talk at the end of the first half of the season that motivated these players to have such a tremendous run in the second half of the season?
Yeah, when you look back on the season, we spent most of the first round, at least all of the first round in at the bottom of the table there, and we did make a certain in the second round and the third round we start getting some points and looked at where we at and start to do some things that we weren't doing before, and that paid off for us. I really is confident that I was confident these guys would make it through to to play the next season. Look back at the season and say I'm really proud of my team, and moving forward, we just continue growing in strength.
All right, good luck next season.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was the coach of Dunbeholden. So, the Alliance MoneyGram St. Catherine Football Association knockout competition here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. It is Portmore United that emerged the champions. Once again, they've defended their title successfully. They defeated Dunbeholden by 2-0. Don't forget, join us on Friday. We'll bring Kasafa Super League action, and then on Monday, it will be the semi-finals for the Red Stripe Premier League as 5:30 and 8:30. Portmore United will face off against Mount Pleasant at 5:30, and then at 8:30 it will be Cavaliers versus Walter Hall. So on behalf of myself, Christopher Scott, the man in charge, Brandon Carvalho, and the cameraman, Janoy Smith, it's so long. Farewell from here, Spanish Town.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude, and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
We can get it from here still, but celebration practically